as you can see, I'm repping that BMT. No matter where I go, no matter where I be.
Some of them seats in, some of the front kicks in, and I'm still cooling, you know what I'm saying? I'm still cool, I ain't busting sweat. You know, that's what it is. Yoga, passport bros.
Passport bros up.
University in the building. Shout out to my boy BMT, man. Yeah, go cop some new merch.
Passport Bros, your ultimate travel companion. Download the app for free and embark on a journey where your adventures not only become unforgettable memories, but also opportunities to earn. With Passport Bros, your travel content is more than just photos and videos. It's your ticket to a fully monetizable network of like-minded adventurers. Imagine making money from your travel stories. Post videos, share your experiences, and let the world be a part of your journey. But that's not all. Connect with travelers from around the globe, join co-ed groups, and make lasting friendships, perhaps even with foreign women who share your passion for exploration. And here's the best part. Store your earnings securely in your Passport Bros wallet. No hassle, no worries. Just seamless transactions wherever your travels take you. Looking for the best local experiences? Passport Bros has got you covered. Get personalized recommendations for tour guides, rentals, and the hottest clubs in town. Did we mention the app is absolutely free to download? That's right. Your passport to a world of adventure is just a click away. And here's the cherry on top. With Passport Bros, you can make money while exploring new places. Turn your passion for travel into a source of income, right from your mobile device. So what are you waiting for? Download Passport Bros now, share your journey, connect with fellow explorers, and let the adventure begin.
Download now on the App Store and Google Play.
All right, we are live. Welcome, family, to another show. It is your man BMT in the building, and guys, we got a hell of a show. This might be a long one today. We got a lot to talk about today, man. This is the Sunday rundown. This is the show. I kind of just give a rundown of all the things that happened earlier this week in the travel passport bro space, man. So I want to welcome everybody to the show. We're going to talk about a really important topic today. We're going to talk about a couple of topics, but we're going to talk about a real important topic in consideration of this passport bro space to a certain degree. All right, guys are dating cross-culturally, different cultures and everything, and bringing women back to the States and some of the dangers of, modernization of these so-called, not so-called, but these traditional women when they get to the States. All right. So we're going to talk about that later on in the show. All right, guys. So I want to welcome everybody into the building. We got my man Bert Ross, always showing love, man. Shout out to you, Bert Ross. Posted a dope post in the Passport Bros app today, guys. If you haven't already downloaded, make sure to download the Passport Bros app, man. It's like if you enjoy the Facebook group, you're going to really enjoy the Passport Bros app. All right. We got Alice in the building. So I want to hear this one. Brother, everything's sweet. What up, Jay Clyde? Always in the building, man. Shout out to my man Jay Clyde in the building. Said, what up, BMT? Something's going to have people up in the uproar. Nah, man, we're just going to keep it 100. We're going to keep it 100. We're going to keep it all the way above. The good thing about being a man is you can kind of keep it real, man. We don't got to always sugarcoat and candy coat things when I'm talking to children or women to a certain degree, man. We just going to keep it straight with no chaser in concerns of the subject. Because this is a very interesting thing that happened in concerns of it's a documentary that's called The TikTok Murders. All right, this documentary was actually shot or produced by 50 Cent's production team. So it was pretty good, but it's a lot of things they left out. We're going to get to that a little bit later on in the show. And what I'm going to start doing on my lives, guys, I know my lives be pretty long because I cover a couple of topics on the live. I'm going to start chopping them up because I know guys want to kind of get directly to the information sometimes. Like I did the last stream I did, I kind of chopped it up to the part where the guy came on and he explained what happened in the airport in concerns of them confiscating his phone and blocking his entry to Colombia. All right, so I'm gonna start kind of chopping these lives up a little bit. It also helps the algorithm. We do these long lives, it kind of limits the viewership of the short form videos that I do. Like I just did the interviews. I know you guys watched it. A lot of guys got a lot of good comments. They really enjoyed the street interviews that we do. Now we've been doing street interviews for a while now. Just street interviews down there in Medellin, Colombia. We just did some street interviews here in Santo Domingo. I want you guys to kind of hear it from the women's mouths to a certain degree. All right. I know you see a lot of guys speaking on different things, different topics, in concerns of the women and staying in these foreign countries. But sometimes it's good just to kind of get it directly from the women themselves to see what their thoughts are in concerns of dating and relationships and stuff like that, man. So I'm going to play a little bit of that interview in a moment. So you guys can kind of check it out if you haven't already checked it out. But it was real good. I want to give a shout out to my assistant who helped me put that video together. All right. Astro Number says, what if you don't bring them back to the States, but instead bring her to the Caribbean? Listen, I got a friend of mine. I can't even call him a friend of mine no more because he ended up being a scammer. But he brought a Colombian woman to Thailand, and it worked out pretty well for him. So, you never know. You can't bring them to another country outside their country. That might work. All right. What up, Brandon Clark? Always in the building. Says, what up, fellas? What's up, the chat? What's up, BMT? What's good? What's good, man? Shout out to my man, Brandon Clark, always showing support. He's also one of the admins in the Passport Bros Facebook group. Matter of fact, let me pull the Facebook group up real quick, man. Let me show the Facebook group a little love real quick, man, before we get this show started. All right, let me pull it up. All right, because I always got to clarify that this is the original Passport Bros Facebook group, the oldest, the first, really the only official. It's about several other Passport Bros Facebook group that we're not affiliated with whatsoever. Some of them got fake followers. Some of them, got women in them and everything like that. So they swelled up the numbers that way. So on the surface, it's bigger, but we're very selective on who we allow in our Facebook group. We're going to keep doing it that way. That's why we have the best Passport Bros Facebook group. It's the original. It's the one that everybody bit off of. All right. They'll put little periods behind the S and, put it, all in one word together so they can kind of still have the same name. But this is the original. Matter of fact, let me pull up the banner real quick so you guys can make sure you join the real Facebook group. All right, that's one of the members right there. He's enjoying himself out there in Costa Rica right now. All right. So this is the original Facebook group right here. All right. As you can see, we got the live streams popping up in the Passport Bros app. So guys, make sure to check that out. I'll be going live in there. You got guys going live here in the DR. You got guys going live. I think a guy went live at the Negro Festival, I believe he was at in Colombia, in Cali, Colombia. He went live there. We had another guy that goes live in Thailand all the time. So we be doing lives. You can kind of do your live the way you want to do your live on the app, by the way. Just point that out there real quick. All right. So yeah, this is the original Facebook group right here. As you can see, these guys just chopping it up. We had 24,000, approaching 25,000 members, guys. All right. And let me point something out real quick. This is one of the members right there. He's kind of just showing a receipt. He's out there in Colombia. Right now, there's a stream going on with Tanya TKO. Tanya TKO is a streamer. She pretty much panders to the sisters to a certain degree. Some of the information she gives, I don't really watch her content. I have watched a few things. I mean, she's entertaining. She definitely has the mannerisms of a entertaining streamer. But right now, the title of her show is Passport Bros. What is it? Passport Bros Exposed. Foreign women don't like black men, and she's just going ham right now. She's breaking down one of Austin's videos over there. I'm not gonna play the stream, man. I might break it down on another show. But this is the thing, man, and this is what you got to be aware of as a man in general, but specifically as a black man. You're gonna have a lot of older women, whether you're black or white, but especially when you're a black man. You're gonna have a lot of older women that are soured because they know that a man has a higher chance of getting in a genuine relationship overseas than them. All right. So what Tanya TKO is doing over there right now, she's making all the women feel better by trying to, expose Passport Bros in her title. She's breaking down what Austin is saying, and that's Austin's narrative of him being in Brazil, right? That's his narrative. That's what he's saying, that he went through an incident with a restaurant. He was hanging with some white guys, and now all the women in Brazil prefer white guys over black guys. Listen, just go for yourself, bro. Just go for yourself, okay? I can 100% tell you this right here. And I was talking to a Dominican woman, right? She's actually in the interview. I'm not gonna point her out, but she's in the interview. And we went out yesterday. I met her whole family and everything like that. Very cool. And we were just talking about relationships and stuff like that. And she was saying that she was like, listen, American women that come down to the DR will 100% get used and finessed for money by Dominican men. She said it's not even, I said not even 99, 95 maybe. She said no, 100%. So I flipped the script on her. I said, and she's American and Dominican, all right? So she definitely knows. She was in the interview. She speaks fluent English. So I said, well, what's the percentage of brothers running to chapeadores out here as well, like women that finesse men for, money or get back to the States? She said, maybe like 55, 60%. So she's saying that she's like, yeah, Dominican women would definitely date an American guy, not necessarily get a green card, because somebody coming from a different culture that's outside a Latin culture is just interesting. You're just going to be interested because it's something different. We're seeing new things. We're hearing new things. We're hearing new music. We're eating different foods. The guy might, we can travel more together. It's different experiences is what women fall in love with, right? And the thing about it is, Dominican men want women in their prime. Brazilian men want women in their prime. All right. Asian men want women in their prime. So when these older women go over here to these other countries, they find out quickly that they're not selected like that, not genuinely selected. So you have this almost hatred because the brothers that are going overseas, like you see in this picture right here, they're going overseas and getting actual relationships with beautiful young women that they can't get with the relationships with the younger guys like that. So it's like, this is why they be getting finessed all over in Africa, getting murdered in Africa. This is why. So she's over there. Like I said, Tony TKO is over there. She's pandering to her little base to make it think that, oh, these women don't like the shit she was saying. I couldn't even listen to it, man. She was saying that black men be over there promising and this, that, and the other, and they just a fetish and all this. And I'm sitting here like, shorty, you just so off base. You don't know. As far as I know, you went to Africa and you think African men are better than black American men. Listen, your experience is your experience. If you dated shitty dudes in the States, that's your fault. These women want to date the worst of the worst until they like 35, 40, and then they want to kind of clean themselves up and reach out to get a good man. And then now they figuring out that all the good men has either left the country or won't deal with them. That's what it truly is. All right. Somebody said she said sold her wire back out of is right. All right. And this is the thing, man. The thing about Passport Bros comes with hella receipts half the time, man. That like when you go really into the beyond the surface of Passport Bros, you'll see that guys are in full blown relationships with beautiful women. That's what it is. Philippines, Thailand, hell, Cambodia. You know, DR, guys are getting married. Older guys are getting married. Younger guys are having fun. Guys are doing what they want to do. And that's where some of the hatred is coming from. All right. Somebody said, start giving them game. They'll complain about it later. All right. Speaking of the Facebook group, I want to point something out real quick about this little clown. Hold on. I gotta point something out. I almost forgot before I leave the Facebook group. All right. So, as you know, we have our own little merch line here. Okay. We got our own merch line. Okay. And where we at? Hold on. I'm gonna get the Minister Jap in a minute too. Hold on. I'm gonna get the Minister Jap in a minute. I'm waiting for a few more people to get in the room. All right. So this was posted in the group. Hold on. Let me move that comment real quick. Shout out to my man Brandon. This was posted in the group. And the thing about, we let guys in the group all the time. And for some odd reason, a lot of dating coaches have been trying to infiltrate into our spaces for some odd reason and trying to be more so international, quote unquote, dating coaches, right? So this was posted in the group. And this was a response right here. Somebody said, this is stupid. And then Sam Speaks says, I pay my girl not to wear a Passport Bro merch. Shit is corny as fuck, bro. All right. Now keep in mind, because I looked him up. I seen some of his content on Instagram. All right. He doesn't have a big reach. I don't think he even has 1,000 followers on YouTube. He's one of them guys that will hire, ladies of the night for pagos or whatnot. He will hire them to be in his videos, and he would portray them to be as if they're just regular women to entice guys to buy his international dating Colombian courses. All right. Keep in mind, Colombia, Medellin ran these guys out of town before. He's just the newest one. So for some odd reason, a girl wearing a BMT Thailand shirt, right? That's corny, but him finessing dudes to make them think that, girls are so easy and you just get my dating coach session for $500 an hour. That's corny. That's corny. Okay. That's corny. And speaking of that, this guy has no idea what the hell he's talking about when it comes to our merch. Now, this shirt right here, and there's another shirt, same design, different color. This shirt here was very popular in Thailand. All right. Now I was going around, and I gave out a few. I always give out a few samples and everything. I sold a few, give out a few. You know how you do merch and everything like that. But funny story. I was seeing girls, walk around with the BMT shirts, and now I see girls even like posting pictures of the BMT Thailand shirts. I'm sitting here like, damn, I didn't really print out that many. You know what I'm saying? Like is guys giving the girls the shirts or what? And I started seeing more and more shirts. I started seeing the Thai dudes wearing the shirts. So I'm sitting here like, damn. I'm like, what the hell? Like, this is interesting because I know I only printed out like just, a few, I might print out like 30, 40 shirts. I gave away most of them. Most guys get them in the States, but these is actually Thai people. Mostly Thai girls wearing this shirt. So I assumed that. I said, okay, maybe some of the guys are just leaving the girls' shirts. The girls like the shirts. I mean, I got like 20, 30 pictures of girls with BMT Thailand shirts on. And I didn't put two and two together for a long time until a friend of mine called me. He said, hey, man, he said, your little BMT shirt went kind of like, I guess you want to say viral. He must be making some bread. And I'm like, yeah, online, but not necessarily in Thailand. And I started putting two and two together. And he said, did you get them printed in Thailand? I was like, yeah, I got my shirts printed in Thailand for the most part. Come to find out, the company that I use to print out the BMT Thailand shirts in Thailand, it's a small little t-shirt company. I get just like I get my shirts made here too. They've been producing the shirt themselves and actually selling the shirts at like the little shops and the little night markets. They've been selling the BMT Thailand shirts. And once some of the girls, like some of the popular girls start wearing them, the other girls want to wear them. And that's when they start wearing them all in the clubs, 808 Fresh. They're like, damn, there's a lot of BMT shirts walking around here. So that's why so many girls have on the BMT Thailand shirt. All right. You know, I started to put 2 and 2 together after a while. What up, Kirby fans? What's good? Yeah, so the guy that I had made the shirts actually started producing the shirts. They say in Asia, anything that's successful will get copied. And he was a cool little Thai dude too. You know, he was a young guy. And he was saying, "Man, these shirts are nice. You know, I like this design, bro. You know, can I mind if I wear one or something?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you know, wear one. You made them. Go ahead, wear it." So this was a young Thai guy. So I guess he was wearing this shirt, and the Thai people started wearing it. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, they understand what BMT stands for? Black men travel. But hey, so make a long story short, I'm walking on Beach Road, and I see this chick right here. And I'm just like, yo, I'm like, yeah, where you get this shirt from? She was like, oh yeah, I got this shirt from the market or something. And I'm like, oh, okay. I wasn't even thinking. I'm like, let me take a picture of it. I took a picture of her in the shirt. All right. So that's low-key official. So yeah, that's what happened with the shirt right there, man. But yeah, these dating coaches, man, this little Sam Speaks dude, these little clowns, they infiltrate our spaces, and they kind of be low-key hating on the Passport Bros. Any type of success, they got like a dating coach app now. Like, it's all bullshit, man. Listen, Passport Bros completely destroyed the dating coach thing. It's done. Those guys don't get any more views anymore. Lucario, Steve the Dean. Listen, I tried to bring them on the debates. They refuse to have me on any type of shows or anything like that. They'll talk about Passport Bros, but they won't have me on. It's little clown shit. But we just completely destroyed that. Yeah, he was bootlegging my merch. But you know what? I didn't take offense to it like that, man. It happens. I've been bootlegging the DR too, heavy. I'll be seeing pictures with guys with BMT shirts on. I'll be like, yo, what type of multicolored, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's one shirt with like 100 BMT logos on it. I'm saying, like, who made that shirt? So it happens, man. It happens. All right. So let me go ahead. Somebody said Steve Dean disappeared, man. But let me go ahead. I'm going to play a little bit of a clip while we got 138 people in the room. And we're going to go ahead and get to the subject at hand. All right. I'm just one of the guys to play you. Let me move this. This was a good interviews, man. Like I say, I like to hear things from the women themselves. I know in this space, guys be, saying this and saying that. Sometimes it's just good just to hit the streets, all right, and just see, okay, what's on these women's minds, what do they feel like about relationships, just to kind of catch the vibe and interview, enough women. We didn't interview like hundreds of women. It's went like in a survey style, just some of the women, all right. And the interesting thing is, a lot of guys assume that the girls in the video all said they don't date really American men, but it was like 50-50. A couple of girls said they did date American men or was willing to date American guys. Some girls said, no, I like a classic Dominican man, which is totally understandable. All right. Like this beautiful young lady right here. She was just like, listen, Americans, I like Dominican guys. And even the girls that was in the mall, one of them, it was two of them. One of them, of course, would say, oh yeah, I date an American guy. And the other one was just like, they're a little too superficial for me. I don't really, because a lot of these cultures more so are based really on the family dynamic is really strong, not only in the DR, but just overseas in general. And I think in America it's so different, right? Because in America, we have this real hookup culture, fling culture, where we don't really introduce who we're dating or talking to our family members, maybe for months, years, maybe never, whereas here, in Colombia, you can introduce the parents off rip. They're going to see who their daughter is spending time with, so that's like one of the bigger differences. But I'm going to play a little bit of this clip real quick. I'm not going to play the whole thing, guys. I'll play a little bit just so you can get adjusted. If you haven't seen the video, make sure to check out this video.
Playing with you, keep playing with you. I just wanna sustain with you. Play no games with you. Get an apple in my.
Hi guys, we are here in Santo Domingo streets. We're going to make some questions about what the woman expects in a relationship and what would be a perfect date for them. Also, we're gonna make some questions that I'm 100% sure that you are really interested about it. So let's check it out. Okay, where are you from?
I'm from here, Santo Domingo Este.
Okay, nice. So let me ask you some question. What is the best beaches in Santo Domingo for you?
Well, there's so many, but for me, I think it will be Playa Americano. It's a perfect beach because the weather and because the olas are so moving all the time, and I like that kind of beach.
All right, so keep in mind, guys, we at the university here in San Domingo.
Okay, okay. What would be your perfect date?
Date. My perfect date will be something in the night with someone I really love and appreciate. But I like outdoors, so it will be outdoors in a restaurant, maybe in La Zona Colonial.
Okay, here in Santo Domingo.
Yes.
Okay, would you date with an American just for get a green card?
No.
Okay, what do you think about Americans?
American people,
American men for dating.
they are not my cup of tea actually because I don't know. I like Dominican men's. I like informal. I like classic men's, and I don't know. I'm not looking for someone that just live for cheap.
So, what's your name? ¿Cuál es tu nombre?
Noemi
Noemi.
Vargas.
Ok, voy a hacerte unas pequeñas preguntas. Para empezar, ¿qué piensas de los americanos, los hombres gringos?
De los hombres gringos, o sea, como pareja.
Como pareja, ¿qué
Que
opinas
nunca he
de
estado
ellos?
con ninguno, no lo sé.
Mm.
Yo soy dominicana y mi esposo es dominicano.
Oh, ¿tienes esposo?
Sí, tengo un esposo.
Bueno, dime, ¿qué esperas de un hombre en una relación, ya que tienes esposo?
Que sea honesto,
Ujú.
buen padre.
This chick was so sweet, man. She was very nice, very sweet. All right.
Y que sea detallista, o sea, no solo detalles materiales, sino que esté pendiente, que si me siento bien, que si comí, que cómo va mi día y esas cosas.
Ok, perfecto. ¿Qué es una chapeadora acá en República Dominicana?
Ay, le dicen chapeadora a las chicas dominicanas que se busca un hombre como para que la mantenga, para que todo lo que ella quiera se lo dé. Eso es lo que ella
Y
entiende
luego
por chapeadora.
dejarlo, como sacarle
Ajá,
provecho.
exactamente, sacarle
Ok.
provecho.
Y por último, un sanky punky.
Ah, lo mismo que una chapeadora. O sea, se busca, mayormente eso está en los hoteles, se busca una gringa o un gringo para que le mande divisas y muchas veces lo que hacen es luego dejarlo. O sea, eso es lo que yo he visto. No es que conozco a nadie así.
Ok.
Sí.
Ok, dale, muchas gracias.
Gracias. Bye.
Cuéntame, ¿qué esperas tú de una relación?
Somebody said, hold on, who said that? I the one at the end with the glasses. I think she's the only one with the glasses on, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of guys like her though. Man, hey, at your wife's house all day, so feminine, all of them, so feminine, man. Even some of the ones that didn't want to be on camera. Man, we had one woman who, man, she was drop dead, gorgeous, man, but she was going to be on the interview. I think I got her Instagram. She was going to be on the interview, but she had to go pick a book up out the store before it closed. So we was waiting for a minute. I was like, yeah, I'll just catch her later. Next time. I mean, she was drop dead. She was nice. But at your wife's all day says feminine, docile, submissive, nice, don't argue, don't require high maintenance, just want to be a lady to a good man. You can find it abroad in a heartbeat, but stateside, you at a high risk of BS. We're going to talk about that a little later on in the show, too. We'll talk about that a little bit later on the show. Like, hey, what I'm about to show you guys after we do these little interviews on the story, crazy story of this TikTok star, man. Crazy documentary, crazy story in general, but it was so much they left out. But we're going to go over it in a second. Let me play a little bit more of these clips. And this was a good clip, too. These are some nice young ladies right here.
Pero es interesante, como bien te he dicho anteriormente, conocerse, intercambiar cultura, eso de ahí puede surgir una relación, todo va a depender.
Okay. What do you expect about a man in a relationship?
Oh, expect? I think you need to work together for whatever you want to accomplish. So have the same goals and work towards that. I don't think a woman is better or a man is better. That's right.
¿Tú saldrías con un americano? ¿O qué piensas del hombre americano?
Es muy superficial. Todavía no me mucho de
Explain us what is un chapeador here in Dominican.
Oh, in Spanish?
It is.
Okay.
Hello, this is story. And
Okay, so we skipping through a little bit.
Le quita el dinero a un hombre sin darle nada a cambio.
Now she's one of the women that would date an American.
Yo no puedo dar algo
Okay.
concreto.
Está bien. Muchísimas gracias.
Hello.
what would be your perfect date? Go out with
Una vez con un americano.
Hold on.
¿Cuáles son las
This is the last one.
Santo Domingo.
exactly. I guess that big and small.
Yes. Hey, we are in Zona Colonial. Hola, ¿cómo es tu nombre?
Rosa.
Rosa, mucho gusto. Rosa, dime, ¿cuáles son las mejores playas para ti de aquí, de República Dominicana?
Boca Chica.
Boca Chica. Ok. Rosa, ¿saldrías alguna vez con un americano?
Claro, yo tengo amigos americanos.
¿Tendrías una relación con un americano?
Claro.
Dime, ¿cómo te gustaría ser tratada en una relación?
Oh, con respeto. Lo más importante es respeto y que nos llevemos mucho los dos y que me quiera y yo quererlo a él.
Okay. ¿Saldrías con un americano solamente para tener la visa?
No, porque yo he viajado.
Okay.
Sí.
Ok. Por último, ¿cómo sería una cita perfecta para ti?
En la playa, porque me encanta la playa.
Now, I want you to notice that no girl said, take me to some expensive ass restaurant or anything like that. She was like, hey, we just hang out at the beach. That's fine. The other one was saying, a little nice little outside bar in Zona Colonial, something like that. Like all nice, quaint stuff, a lot of these women want relationships for the most part. That whole, women dating Americans only for green card. They're just trying to use you and everything. You get more of that in the States. The more the finesse hits in the States than it does overseas if you select properly. The biggest thing for a man is selection and validation, right? So you have better options 9 times out of 10, regardless of what, all these new grifters, passport bros selling dreams, and they don't like black men, all that bullshit. Listen, at the end of the day, you have a better selection. And as a man, that's what's most important. Is you have a better selection. That's what it is. All right. She was cool too. She was real cool.
Como dominicana te encanta la playa.
Me
Sí.
encanta. Mi hobby es ir a la playa.
Ok.
Sí.
Bueno, muchas gracias.
Ok.
Dale.
Bye.
Bye.
Man, I hate that camera cut so quickly. I hate that camera. Y'all should have seen the wagon, but it's all good. It is all good. All right, let's get to some of these comments, man. All right. At your wife house all day says, and good morning to all the chat from Thailand. It's like 5:24 a.m. here. Salute the BMT for the morning live entertainment, man. Shout out to you. Yeah, it is early. It's super early in Thailand right now. It's early morning over there, man. All right. You players, town, GDL, world, mango. Salute, brothers, and props to BMT. We're doing it, giving it back to the community, sharing the baddies of my DMs, fun travels. All right. Shout out to you. All right. So that top's working overtime. Right. All right. WM Mufasa. WM, he be trying to hate. He be trying to hate on Latin American, boy. I tell you. Somebody said Dominicans do not like Haitians. Don't go if you are Haitian. If you're Haitian, all right. You're the one exposing everything. Okay, well, I don't know what I'm exposing. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and get to the subject at hand, family. Let's go ahead and get to the subject. We've been rocking it for about 35 minutes. All right. This was a really interesting story right here. Let me close some of these chapters out real quick. All right. Okay, what's it? The Rock. That's something different. All right, let me pull this up real quick, man. Let me pull this up. 1 second, family. All right, let me go right here. TikTok star murders. I want you guys to check this trailer out real quick. So for a little reference, this is a, and they kind of glanced over this in the documentary. It was so many things left out in the overall documentary. It's definitely a tragedy what happened. This guy is a TikTok star, but he's Middle Eastern. I want to keep that in mind. He's a Middle Eastern guy. We know how conservative and strict that Middle Eastern culture is, right? It's a Middle Eastern guy that married a Filipino woman and brought her back to America. But let me show the trailer real quick.
Ali and Anna, it all seemed so perfect. And what people didn't know was she was actually screaming for help. Her light was surrounded by a lot of darkness.
Anna's an amazing mother. She adored her daughter more than anything in the world.
Ali's a rising star on TikTok. He's doing these impressions. Ali becomes obsessed with fame, and ultimately that path reveals the dark underbelly of social media.
Ali, this marriage is not healthy anymore.
And that's when things start to kind of hit the fan.
Ali wants Anna to basically have Ali be the center of her world.
I'm a god.
He took this thing and really let it go to his head. And he's starting to unravel.
He would broadcast really bad fights.
You're not the house, please.
No.
I said leave.
Don't get married, guys. I threw my whole life away for her.
Ali was holding Anna hostage.
The whole left side of her face was bruised.
How's it on? I gave you this life. I'm gonna show you how much you need me.
Why do you always go back there?
You're my woman.
The internet can be such an evil place.
You need people like me so you can point your fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
All right, so this guy was a huge TikTok star. I think he had over 1 million followers. Some celebrities even had him on their TikToks. I think it was I forgot the brother's name, but there was a few celebrities that had him on his TikTok. He was pretty popular. And he ended up actually deleting his wife and her lover. Okay, he went in the house. All right. Okay, so let me pull that up one more time. Pull it up one more time for the fam. Okay. All right, so this guy, like I said, he was from the Middle East. And as you see in the trailer, you know, he did something horrific that's not to take away from what he did at all. All right. It's very sad. Rest in peace to, you know, her family and everything like that. But when you go a little bit and get a little bit more information, you find out that it was a lot of things going wrong in this relationship. And all the things that was going wrong, I mean, it wasn't all him, basically, is what I'm trying to say. It wasn't all him. They really kind of, he did some horrific shit. But the guy basically walked into his apartment and saw the guy that she was cheating with, that she had introduced him to months before, you know, to him, saw them kissing each other, and he went off and he killed both of them, or deleted both of them. All right. Right. She was basically having an affair. Now, that's the thing. All right, this is the thing. Matter of fact, let me just read. I'm gonna go ahead and just pull this up. Let me just read this, because when I read it, it can kind of explain a little bit more. Hold on, where's that at? Let me just read this part right here. Because they kind of painted her to be an angel, and that's kind of not what they left out. A lot of evidence in the documentary that would have kind of been able to give you somewhat of a profile of both of them, more of a balanced profile, because you just see about this guy going crazy and doing what he was doing. Now, for reference, this guy, he was in the U.S. military. All right. He met her, I believe he met her overseas or something like that. She did not tell him that she was already married. All right. He did not know the woman was already married. That's a big detail to be left out of the documentary. Okay, not only she told him that while she was pregnant with his baby. So they ended up getting married in the Philippines, I believe, and she tried to come to America to get the green card. But let me go ahead and read some of this story real quick. All right, let me read some of this real quick. All right. So this is coming from somebody that was actually in the courtroom. It says, I live in San Diego and went and observed in the courtroom for 2 days. I saw the entire first day of Ali's testimony. He was definitely abusive to her, and she was having an affair with the guy Rayburn Barron for over a month before they were both killed. So the wife is basically cheating on the guy, right? They read the text messages between Anna and Ray in the court, and they were hooking up, meeting at hotels. They even showed a picture of Anna and Ray, and behind them is a baggie of what they said was most likely cocaine. Okay, so his wife is cheating on him, doing cocaine with the guy. Apparently, she actually introduced him to the guy and said, hey, he's just a friend. So his wife, of course, stopped sleeping with her husband, and he was accusing her of cheating because he was like, yo, we haven't slept together in a long time. I think you're cheating on me with this other guy, right? That's what happened. Okay, Anna was also married when she met Ali to another guy who had also been in the Air Force. And Ali said she didn't tell Ali until she was pregnant that she was married to the other guy who also was kicked out of the Air Force. All right. Ali was kicked out of the Air Force after a bar fight when Anna got hurt. Ali said she fell down the stairs. The other said Ali pushed her. He then went to the Philippines with Anna, and she found out she was pregnant. Ali ran out of money and returned to Virginia and worked a couple of jobs and eventually brought Anna to the U.S. on a fiance visa. All right, so he's kind of accusing her of using him. Remember, this guy is Muslim, Middle Eastern guy. Guys know it. That's not to take away from what he did, but you know he comes from a very strict culture where they pretty much control everything about their women. Okay. Somebody said it's hard. He said it's hard to get the visas. They're expensive and a lot of paperwork. They lived with Ali's parents until they bought a townhome. Both Ali and Anna had good jobs. Thinking about the jobs right here. She returned home and convinced Ali to come to San Diego. They came to visit and they allowed drugs, both ketamine and cocaine. So basically what happened was he had got a townhome in Virginia. They were tucked off. They were doing their TikTok videos. Everything was good. And some of the girls, other Filipino Americanized friends, want her to come to San Diego, right? So they can kind of hang out, party, do all this stuff. And when they went to San Diego, they start partying and you know, getting high and doing different drugs, stuff like that. All right. All right. Hold on. Remember, they bought a townhome. Both had good jobs. She returned home and convinced Ali to come visit. They came to visit. They allowed drugs in 2021. I think Mark. Remember, this is all left out documentary now. They moved to San Diego. This is when all the hardcore cocaine use began. Now the guy was wild out. He was doing cocaine on TikTok. I don't even know how TikTok allowed it, but he was doing cocaine on TikTok. All right. Sounds like Ali was worse than Anna, but she was coked out as well. So her drug abuse was totally left out of the documentary. They painted this woman like she was a total angel. Okay. They totally took that out of the documentary. Okay. They say Ali became more and more abusive. Anna had an affair before Ali did. So she started cheating on him apparently before he did. And there was evidence of that. They went through all the WhatsApps, the videos, and calls. She was cheating on the guy doing drugs. All right. Let me see what's going on in the chat. All right. So this is something that happens in the military a lot. I saw this at many commands where a guy wipes up one of these Americanized Filipinos only to have it end in a fight, cuffs, or death. Okay. So Anna had an affair before him. Ali did it, but he did not know for sure until the courtroom transcripts of Anna and Ray's texts were read. All right. I don't not remember the date, but I think that they were read for early September. Anna said in the morning text to Ray, she could still smell him and asked, what does he smell like? And Anna said, good sex. So basically, she's cheating on the guy. All right. And like I said, he said, I'm not condoning the killing of Anna and Ray, the other guy, at all. But the news is not reporting any that makes Anna or Ray look bad. All right. So the documentary kind of painted it as just quote unquote a male friend. The whole documentary just kind of, like I said, painted a whole different picture of what actually took place. They were lovers and cocaine users as well, too. All right. So that's just going on. So that's all the stuff they left out of the documentary, unfortunately. So much of the documentary and TV shows will always point the woman out to be an angel. So USA typical. King John says, I knew Rayburn. We were supposed to go to Colombia. Yeah. Yeah, he walked in. I believe he said that he was going to move out or something like that, but he ended up having a spare key. He walked in, he saw both of them on the couch. And he deleted both of them, unfortunately. This is like a huge TikTok star that did this, by the way, family. All right. So this is what I mean about the dangers of cross-cultural dating to a certain degree. All right. You come from a guy from a Middle Eastern background. Not to excuse what he did, but you know how them guys in the Middle East, whether he's from Afghanistan or Pakistan, or not Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, something like that. They are very strict about what goes on with their women. And he married a pretty Filipino, and her friends were pretty much Americanized, right? She was, she wanted to get to America. They even said it. Her friends even said it. Yeah, Filipino women want to get to America so they can kind of, be free to a certain degree, do what they want to do. They want to go party, have fun, date different dudes. They want to do the whole modern girl thing to a certain degree. Date, mess around with different dudes, even though when they married. And it's unfortunate that he kind of got crossed up into a different culture where the women aren't as, not necessarily submissive, but not as controlled. Like the culture, the Muslim culture, Middle Eastern Muslim culture is like a big controlling factor of the woman within the relationship, because that's what's the rules of their culture. That's the rules of their religion. That the women is kind of more so restricted. They stay home, they take care of the child, they cook, they clean, they wear the, I forgot the burqas, they call the burqas, they wear the things. They go to the mosque, they come home, go home. They're very restricted culture. And this is a guy that kind of married outside of that and had a lot of issues because that's what he was used to. He wasn't used to worrying about his girl going to clubs, going to bars, bringing another man around that she's sleeping with right in front of him. Like, come on, a lot of guys, especially out there, a lot of guys ain't going for that type of shit. American guys definitely go with that type of shit. Like, we like the biggest simps in the world. We accept everything. We like to go along, get along, men of the world, basically. And it's the crazy part about this, man. The crazy part is I don't really understand. I'm still kind of confused about why so many women now are trying to travel to other countries and date the local men, knowing, I'm like, yo, these dudes are way more restrictive than American dudes. Do you realize that you had the best pool of men to choose from in the United States, your home country, your home culture? Same language. You got the best pool of simp men, romanticized men, Disney men that you could possibly choose. And either you chose wrong or you didn't choose at all, or you was too picky because you had so many requirements, right? You had your whole laundry list of requirements, and you think that you about to get that overseas? No. Says this, don't cheat with someone from a Muslim marriage unless you want to fight jihad. Yeah, they take it real serious. They still be stoning women out there, man. Listen, I've messed around with women from the Middle East, some Afghan women, some Indian women, and they tell me it's not a game out there. It is not a game. They catch you cheating, anything like that. I mean, you'd be lucky if you leave your life. They don't play. The women in these Middle Eastern countries act like the way they act for a reason. I don't know if you guys have ever been in a store, in a gas station or something, and you walk in the store and you see, a Middle Eastern woman, she's pretty, but she's got her head down. She's not even, eye contact, anything like that. I remember it was the Middle Eastern guy I used to work with back in the day. And he had like 4 or 5 wives and shit like that. He had like 4 or 5 wives. And, he just ran his shop the way he ran his shop. That's what it is. That's what their culture dictates. That's where he's from. Shout out to Edwin Thomas in the building. All right. Yes, I know India's Asia. Dude. I've been to India, bro. I know exactly where India is. All right, I've been there. Somebody said black men can learn from Habib. All right. Now I say we're not trying to excuse what the guy did at all, man. But this is what I'm saying. Like, you know, guys come from some of these Middle Eastern backgrounds, some of these African backgrounds. They dealing with these new age social media modern women, and they just snap. They just snapped out. They just snapped. I mean, he saw a visualization of somebody messing around with his wife in his home. You know, men are very territorial. And unfortunately, he did what he did, man. Somebody said, I bet you have to have 6 feet, making 6 figures. Right, right. Yeah, you're right. You can't get divorced. You cannot get divorced in the Philippines. That's true. You know, these other countries, man, these other countries know how important family is. They know, like, overall, family is like the key to a productive society to a certain degree. Whereas in America, man, they just have a lot of things that's going kind of, it's anti-family to a certain degree for whatever reason. I don't know why they feel like they need to be anti-family and, you know, high amounts of immigration. Like, they have their own little system in place, which is very strange. Somebody say ain't down for no woman. Well, you know the thing is, man, like, I don't even know why guys, if you know a woman is married, you know her husband's kind of crazy. I mean, come on, man. That's a men are territorial. You all up in this man's career that he ain't paid for, messing with his wife or ex-wife. Some woman would try to justify that. Well, they was broken up. They weren't in a relationship anymore, so she could do what she want. I'm like, that's not how men think. That's not how men think. All right. But very, very unfortunate event. Like I said, they totally left out the things that she was doing in the relationship. All right. But matter of fact, let me I just thought about this. You know, this guy, I know you most guys are familiar with this cat right here. And we ain't had our little back and forth before. It's funny, man, because I think somebody had mentioned, like, somebody had brought him up not too long ago. They was like, hey, man, you know, Jack talking about going to Colombia, linking up with the passport bros and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, well, you know, Jack wants to talk about Mr. Jack right now. I'm like, okay, if Jack wants to do that, he can do that. But then I see a picture of this posted right here. Somebody sent this to me. All right. Minister Jap Church, go to ministerjap.com for a passport perv t-shirt, right? You pervert, LOL, order now. So I guess he's trying to make fun of the passport bros by saying it's a passport bro. I mean, they do have passport bro shirts that shirts that look like this, all right? So I mean, none of my designs look like that, but you got passport pervert shirts that look like this, or passport bro shirts that look like this. Have these designs on Reddit, and so I don't know where Mr. Jap stands, man. I don't know if he wants some attention or what, but he kind of like a fair weather fence rider to a certain degree. Like I said, I heard he wanted to go to Colombia and get his passport and all this shit. I told you the passport bros have made a major effect on a lot of spaces on YouTube. Like, the fact that we got receipts, the fact that we, you know, travel the world doing what most people want to do. Guys are getting, you know, online jobs, remote work, they're traveling to Colombia, DR, Thailand, shit like that. You know, some guys feel a certain way, and they might not be getting as much engagement as they once were before early on in these like black manosphere, red pill spaces. So they tend to kind of like, you know, throw a little shots, you know what I'm saying, every now and then. So, you know, like I say, that's your boy, Minister Jap. Cortez Smith says BMT Jap wants to be a passport, bro. That's what I heard. I mean, literally, somebody was just telling me about that. He's like, yeah, Jap won't come to Colombia, man. He want to link up with the bros and everything. And then he posts this like a day or so ago. So I don't know what's up with Jap, man. Austin wants to be a dating coach. I don't know, man. You know, Austin going to do what Austin does, you know. That's what's up. Meet you on the smoke break. All right. So people in the military are not passport bros. Why aren't they passport bros, bro? What are you talking about? Let me catch some of these comments real quick. We'll catch back up. Hold on. Let me move this little clown Mr. Jap shirt out the way. Okay. Yeah, we in here, man. We in here heavy. 145 people in the room. I know everybody probably watching that Tanya TKO stream, getting agitated. Getting agitated by her. They say he was being abusive by excuse her from cheating. They have a registry of marriages in the Philippines. Unless he paid for an annulment, she can't get married. I guess she means she can't get remarried. All Mall says, yo, that dude was mad funny. He threw his wife away for crashing out on a chick. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta know, like, man, these guys, man, that grew up in these Middle Eastern environments, bro, these Muslim environments, they don't really have to deal with shit that most American guys have to deal with. He wasn't prepared for that. He was not prepared for that type of stuff, man. You know? I mean, I saw the change myself by watching the documentary on how the Philippines, how they was in Virginia. I could tell by the audio. They shot a lot of videos. They had a ton of evidence, a ton of audio messages. And you can almost tell the change from when she was in Virginia, and it was just them two, right? No large social circle. That was pretty much, I think that's most of his people in Virginia. And the change when she got around her Filipino circle in San Diego, the Americanized Filipino women that were all like mostly single moms. She was going to the clubs, bars. You saw the change in her. She got around that Americanized social circle. She started to make changes. She started she could have met a dude. She went out to the club with the girls and probably met the little Ray Barn dude, the dude she was cheating on with. This type of shit that guys be talking about. Yeah, he had like 1 million followers on TikTok. He was pretty popular. Like I said, he had celebs coming on his TikTok. Somebody said she was a single mom. She was bound to cheat. Yeah, Muslim hands. Yeah. They be doing the most. So you cannot tell Dubai women they are off limits. I'm telling you, man. And I don't know exactly what Muslim country or Middle Eastern country this guy's from, but he wasn't used to this stuff. The way he was breaking down and crying and shit in front of his woman, he just wasn't ready for that type of smoke. He just wasn't ready. She, like I said, she got around her circle and she was trying to exit out of the relationship. And he wasn't having it. Why don't white passport bros get criticism? They do get criticisms. They get criticisms on all the podcasts. Why would we be going crazy over the passport bro, the white passport bros? It's just that white women are a little bit more, they might not be as vocal about it, and at the same time, you know, the white dudes, they might have money, whatever. They just gonna they know white women have always dealt with competition from Asian women. So this is nothing really new for white women. White men has been going over to Asia, marrying Japanese, Thai women, Filipino women for the longest. So it's nothing new to them, but it's new to the black female lexicon of black men doing the same. Now that's the problem. Black men go over there and start. And not only is it a problem, it's a problem with a lot of sisters that they find out that black men are socially accepted in these other cultures for marrying women outside their race too. That's what they're really upset about. All right. Say Jap this and that on video. All right. At your White household, they say Americanized Filipino. You know it's bad when they're warning brothers on active duty before letting us go on liberty to avoid them. They will brief us on the ship when we pulled into Subic Bay. That's interesting, man. That's interesting. What up, Greg S? What up? Well, that's been another show, guys. We'll go ahead and tap on out, man. We're gonna do a panel tonight, but no worries. We're gonna do a whole nother show tomorrow. We're gonna be bright and early. We're gonna do another show, man. Make sure you tap in. Also, make sure you check out that video of the street interviews as well. All right, fam. We up out of here. Peace.